Hello, boys and girls. Tonight's lesson is about writing an equation to show how to solve for a missing angle. On your learning scale, we're working to express the sum or difference as an equation used to find the total measure of an angle. The problems we're looking at will be similar to the type of problems that you've been solving, only instead of finding the answer, your goal is going to be to write an equation. Let's look at this picture to start. In here, I see the measure of the blue angle is 40 degrees, and the green is 68. What I need is angle A. To find the measure for angle A, we would add 68 plus 40, giving us a total measure of 108 degrees. To write that as an equation, I could write 68 plus 40 equals A. In this case, to solve for A, I say that A equals 108 degrees. Let's look at that same problem still. We said 68 plus 40 equals angle A. Normally, when writing an equation, they don't write the variable, in this case A, as the answer. They write it as part of the number sentence and give an exact answer. In that case, I can think of a number sentence in the same fact family. If I knew the measure of angle A, I could say angle A, being the whole, minus one of my smaller angles would give me the other one. So A minus 68 equals 40, or A minus 40 equals 68. Now, all three of these equations would be correct on a fill-in-the-blank answer. But given a multiple choice item, you might have to choose one of the two with A starting the number sentence rather than the one with A as the answer. Let's try this one. 36 for the small angle with the green mark, 106 for the big angle, and then A for the whole thing. Can you write an equation for angle A? Take a minute to write it down on your notes. Did you say that 36 plus 106 equals angle A? Did you come up with one of the other types where you said A minus 36 equals 106? Or A minus 106 equals 36? Any of these three equations could be used to find A. Most of the time, I would expect you to choose this first one, as it is the way that you would most likely get your answer. Now take a minute and solve for A. How much does that angle measure? Did you find that angle A was 142 degrees? 36 plus 106 is 142. Let's look at another example. How would you solve for angle A? I would say the large angle, 126, and subtract my known measure, 67. I regroup and do 16 minus 7, which would give me 9. And then I have 11 remaining, minus 6, giving me 5, for an answer of 59 degrees. Just like on the previous slides, though, we want to practice writing this as an equation. And when we write it as an equation, we leave the unknown, in this case A, as a variable. It would not be wrong to write 126 minus 67 equals A. But just as earlier, normally A is not given as the answer, but as part of the number sentence. Can you think of how to write it without A as the answer? Did you say 126 minus A equals 67? Or maybe you said 67 plus A equals 126. Or even A plus 67 equals 126. All of these answer choices are correct. Again, the first one is the way we usually solve for the answer, but on a multiple choice test, I would be more likely to have to choose from the other three, as that is the normal way equations with variables are written. Try this one on your own. I see the large angle is 90, the small angle is 38, and then I have angle A. Write an equation to show what the measure of angle A is. Try to write the equation so that angle A is not the answer to the equation. Take a look at these answer choices. Did you get one of them? They are all correct equations. This blue answer choice is in fact the way we would solve for A. However, A is the answer in the equation. Were you able to come up with one of the other three, showing A as a part of the number, sentence, or expression side of our equation? Two important things to remember when writing equations to find a missing angle. A straight line is 180 degrees. So to find this angle, I could add all of these angle measures, and my answer has to be 180 degrees. So my equation could be 57 plus 52 plus x plus 23. Also remember that a circle is 360 degrees. Can you write an equation with 360 as the answer? Give it a try. There's lots of answer choices you could write. You could say x plus 71 plus 45 plus 143 equals 360. In fact, you could write the equation so that the numbers were in any order. As long as x, 71, 45, and 143 are your add-ins, and 360 is your answer, your equation is correct. Now, for writing an equation, you don't have to solve for x unless the problem specifically states to. You can just leave x or a or whatever variable in your problem. It's your turn to prove how you're doing. Go online and try to solve the check problems that go with this lesson. Remember, we're not just finding the answer, but writing an equation to show how to find the answer. When you're done, do your best. Your teacher will use this information to set up groups for tomorrow. Have a great night.